Hey guys, this is RyGuyGaming here, back with another episode of Batman Arkham City. Today we are going to be carrying on with our no upgrades run. So we are currently locating Mr. Freeze. If you remember last time I was talking about how he has the cure. For some reason my thing is really laggy right now. Hopefully that smooths out as we carry on. I don't know why it would choose to do that, because it's not that demanding of a game. I've actually tried to record the intro quite a few times, but these guys keep talking, so I'm just going to talk over them because they don't shut up. I also am going to be going the right way now. Here we go. I was going the total wrong way because I forgot where the GCPD is. All the way over here. And let's see if we can get this view side mission thing off the screen. Thank you. That's one thing I don't really care for about this game, is that it puts a ton of crap on your screen. Like, the level up thing never goes away. The new side mission thing doesn't go away until you look at it. The HUDs are okay because they make sense. That was a terrible lag spike. So yeah, it's really unfortunate that they have to load up your screen. I really like a less cluttered play area. And holy cow, this is loud. I'm using different headphones and these ones are a lot louder. So if I'm talking quieter, it's because I'm trying not to yell because I can't hear anything, because these headphones, like I said, they make everything sound a lot louder than the ones I usually use. And so hopefully I'm not talking too quiet right now. But anyways, let's go ahead and knock out these dudes here. And let's go ahead and get into the GCPD, hopefully without dying, because once is enough for this series. I don't count the hostage dying as me dying, but let's go ahead and take care of this guy. I just like to wait for him to get out of the way a little bit so that those two guys won't see ya. Then you can zip line up over here, because most of the time these guys are pretty blind when you zip past them, but when you walk or glide past them, that's when they'll see you. So let's go ahead and get into the GCPD so that we can find Mr. Freeze. Alright, so let's go ahead and hack a radio again by doing something. That would be so nice if you could decrypt a radio signal just by clicking on it on a little handheld thing. But I guess that's just what he can do, you know, because he's Batman. And so we have a bunch of armed guys in here, so you have to try to find a better way into the room. I really like in the Batman games how they make you kind of think about the best way to approach a problem. Usually there's only one way. The best way is the only way. I mean, I could just run in and start punching one of the dudes guarding the door, but obviously that would be stupid. So it always leads you to look for a better solution. I just wish there was more than one better solution a lot of the time. Usually there's just one, you know, right way and then a painful way. So the way I went in is the right way. The painful way would be to confront these guys head on.
I need to move quickly.
So, as Batman just said, if you remember from Arkham Asylum, these guys have the heartbeat monitors. So once we take them down, the guards will be alerted immediately. I don't think they had those in Arkham Knight. I think they took them away. But they're in all the other games. They have the heartbeat monitors. I think Origins has them. I can't remember for sure, to be honest. Okay, good. I didn't want to get the double takedown because that would have been too noisy. Alright, let's just... So, the thing with this room is you only have to take out all but one of the guys, because the last guy will always just surrender so that you can interrogate him. So even if he's like shooting at you, he'll just drop his gun so that you can interrogate him. So we're going to... Whoa, I don't think these were here on the Xbox either. They really like to just add random crap so they can get good use of the PhysX thing. I think it comes with NVIDIA.
Alfred.
Blah 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 blah. Let me touch my wrist for a little bit. I can't remember if I mentioned this in the previous series, but I've always... It's so interesting how they always make... Sorry, I had something in my eye. They always make Batman so ambidextrous. I can't remember the word right now, how to pronounce it. Ambidextrous. Is it an M or a B? See, now either way I say it, it sounds wrong. Whatever. They make it ambiguous as to which hand is his dominant. Most of the gadgets he uses with his right hands, but things like punching or things like using his grapple, sometimes, most of the time he uses his grapple with his right hand. So I would say he's a little more right dominant, but I think he can switch between whatever he chooses, because a lot of times you'll see, especially in the cutscenes, he prefers to go for like an uppercut or whatever with his left hand instead of his right, which I know I would never do. I would always go with my dominant hand first. So let's get this off the screen.
It appears that Mr. Gobblebot has made his move. Leave them to it.
Oh.
It will be interesting to witness how things progress.
Gosh, I am so sorry. I don't know if I have a background process open or something. I don't know why it's lagging this bad.
We should take him. Teach Joker's crew some respect.
Or I wonder if it's because I'm...
Wait for what?
Yeah, I have no idea actually. Because this game is forever old. It should be able... Like... my computer should be able to chug through this. I don't know what's going on with it. Because I've looked, and it doesn't even use up like close to all of the CPU or the GPU. Let me double check.
I've got him! He's over here!
So yeah, looking at it, the closest thing that could be bottlenecking it could be the CPU, but even then the CPU is only at 75%. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's up with it. The GPU isn't even close. It's only like halfway, if even. Most of the time it's more closer to 40. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe next episode I'll turn down the physics or however you want to say it. I'll turn them down a little bit. That usually seems to help with these games. I'm thinking about upgrading to a new CPU soon anyways, so that should help as well. Because I need a newer CPU to match my newer graphics card. Well, new as in it's better than the old one I had, not new as in like it's a 200 or 2000 series graphics card. Like it's not like a 2070, it's just a 1070. Although I am a little upset that I did not know they would be coming out with the non-RTX models like the 11 series, like 1160, 1170. I didn't know that was going to be a thing. I do wish I had known about that. Alright, so let's dispatch. I did not mean to do that. I wanted to get that guy while he was on the ground, but... So I really don't like this part. Basically, that's weird. That lighting looks kinda weird and straight-edged. Look at that. What's up with that? That's a really sharp edge. I don't know. But I really don't like this part, how they have you come into the museum, then you have to jump in here, try to use this, get messed up, you have to wait for it to mess up all the way, like this. Then you have to back out, then you have to listen to Batman talk for like 20 minutes. But you don't have to, because I can just edit it ahead. So let's go ahead and go. We have to take care of these jammers. Penguin has them set up, and so they're messing with our connection to the Batcave, I guess. And there's 3 of them that you have to take out. The first one is just over here.
Wants this thing powered up. While it's working, no one in this hellhole can use. It's the bat.
So hopefully, we're only at half health right now because we took a pummeling at the last encounter, because I wasn't paying attention because I was talking about the choppiness. So hopefully we can get through this unscathed, or at least without dying. Geez, the light shafts look horrible. Why are they so straight edged? I wonder what kind of setting I mess with to get that. But geez, that looks even better on like the Xbox. I don't know what the heck's up with that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to mess with the graphics settings. Something here is not right.
The jamming tower has 3 terminals attached. I'll need to destroy all 3 to shut it down.
So yeah, we just punch through glass and rip out electrical components without even bothering.
What's going on out there? One of the jammer signals disappeared.
Okay, so now we have to go get to the other jammer, which is just over here. This time it is a predator encounter to get the jammer taken down. This one can be tricky if you get detected, just because it's so small of a space. But if you can be pretty sneaky, it's not that bad. So I like to take out that guy and then come and take out this guy afterward. But a lot of times they'll see you. That happens quite a bit. So I need to come up with a better way for approaching this, because I only succeed every so often. And I don't have the double battering, so I can't take both of those guys down at the same time. So that's a little unfortunate, because now they both know where I am. Alright, so let's... One of them's gonna turn around as soon as I drop down. Whoa, or they're just gonna go check on that guy.
Hey, wake up, man! Come on, wake up!
What? It came from a...
There we go. Should've just did that in the first place. I thought that he would have gotten, like, aware of me and been able to shoot me while I was dropping down on him, but fortunately he was too slow. So we don't have to worry about that. Alright, so now we only have 1 jammer left, and then we can go ahead and get into the museum.
Where are the rest of you idiots?
Okay,
We've only just managed to get below ground.
which is over here.
Wherever you are, do it now. Batman's probably on his way down there. Understand?
Oh gosh,
The signal's blocked again.
that
Sounds like Penguin's.
I hate hitting like
underneath Arkham City.
invisible or barely visible collision. I don't even think I'm going the right way.
That woman should watch out. Walking around looking like that could get her.
What's the bat doing here?
Okay.
The freaking man!
What the heck? Oh. Sorry, I got turned around. Because it's just right in front of the museum, but I forgot where the museum was. Oh my gosh, and of course I run right into the wall again.
time Penguin powers up those things, my
Because
cell stops
if you
working.
get lucky, you can. If you're good, not if you're lucky. If you're good, you can glide right in between them, which I have done before. But not now. Especially when I mess up my roll off the building. So there are two ways you can roll off the building. You can either do this kind of roll or the other kind. That kind of roll lets you start gliding immediately. Oh my gosh, I cannot control my glides today. This is ridiculous. But they're moving now because we took too long, so we can just go down.
Penguin sounded pissed.
Batman's been screwing with his plan.
Okay. So now we'll just go on down here. And if you try to unlock those, you'll have to sit through the thing where the what do they call it? The cryptographic sequencer, like, screws up and everything. Sometimes I forget and try to use it there, and it's really annoying to have to sit through that again. So, let's bust through the walls. If the walls are just boarded up, you can actually just, like, punch through them. But if they're like an actual wall, then that's when you have to use the explosive gel. Which, I don't think there are any, like, pure wooden walls in Arkham Asylum. But in this one, there are quite a few, thankfully. I think they realized it was pretty tedious to just go through and blow up every wall.
What is it doing here?
Gosh, misjudged my slide.
Good. I always wanted it.
But I don't have to blow up the Titan container because we aren't going to be doing the Bane side mission. It's just kind of a habit, I guess.
Kill Batman, drag this thing to Joker, turn it on, and go back to comic heroes.
Okay, now
Kill Batman.
let's go. Let's get this guy.
Just some
I
idiot.
think.
I've lost one of you idiots.
Yeah, this was a good guy to get. Okay. Oh, I was gonna try to knock him off the ladder. Sometimes if you knock them off the ladder, they'll fall down and get knocked out. Not all the time though, so it's kind of risky, depending on whether or not you're willing to give away your location. Crap. Oh, I thought he would for sure see me.
You hear me? Wake up!
That's the thing, sometimes these guys have eyes on the back of their head. Sometimes they can't see you if they're right in front of you. It's kind of funny that way. I jumped on the wrong guy. Alright, let's take care of this jammer. I mean, I understand why they put 3 sides on them. It's so that you can't just like run in, take it out, and leave without taking out any of the enemies. But it's kind of annoying for once you've cleared out the enemies and then you just have to do all 3 sides in a row. Because you actually can take the jammers out without clearing the room. But I don't know if it'll let you leave the room. These games usually have some kind of like secure the area to continue kind of deal going on. But now we just backtrack here.
You couldn't even get that right. I hope Batman
We do come back down into the sewers 2 more times, I think. Crap. But this visit is very short. And I always pass this. There we go. Not always, but sometimes.
Because after I'm done with the bat, you're all next.
Okay, now we have to go up this way because that's the only way open to us right now. And now we can finally get into the museum. So let me equip that so that we can just get on up there and get in.
You said Batman couldn't get. It's Batman!
Look out! Batman's here!
And we do have to take out all these guys because I'm pretty sure you do have to secure the area to continue in the museum. I don't know why I didn't. Oh my gosh. So the first time I got hit, I didn't hit Y. I don't know why, I just didn't. And then every other time it's because of the usual Batman decides to do a spin kick instead of just a normal punch. So it takes him too long to hit the enemy, and so he gets hit instead. I almost didn't get that double counter. See, and then when I wait for them to attack me, they don't. It's so frustrating. They're like, come on, buddy, come hit me so I can counter you so I don't have to worry about getting hit, but nope. I don't know. I think it has to do with recording myself. I usually do a lot better when I'm not recording myself on these games, but that's easy to say, but there's no proof of it because whenever I record myself, I suck. But like, that doesn't mean I'm like a pro at like the challenges though. I have done all the challenges. I have done all the challenges on Arkham Knight, but on Arkham Asylum, I'm like 2 away. There are just 2 that I just cannot do. On this one, I haven't even touched them, really. And then on Arkham Origins, I haven't even touched them, because there are so many on Arkham Origins. It's ridiculous. And I mean, there are a lot on Arkham Knight, too, but there are only some that are part of, like, the main game. This is one of my favorite things, is to just like be railing on one dude while a bunch of other dudes run up and try to hit you, and then you just counter them. When you have free flow focus unlocked, it's really fun, because you're just like totally railing on this dude while you're like slow-mo beating down people who come and try to hit you. Okay. So he basically says, he's an undercover cop. He basically says there are other undercover cop buddies that we need to find. So Batman downloads like the personnel database or whatever. We have to throw a remote batarang here, which I'm not good at controlling because of the inverted flight controls. Normally I like inverted flight controls, but for some reason for the batarang, it just doesn't feel intuitive for me. And I think it's because I played Arkham Asylum first, where the batarang has regular, or I mean uninverted flight controls. But normally, like for Batman's gliding or for like plane games where you're like a plane or something, I do prefer inverted flight controls because it always makes more sense to pull back to go up when you're flying to me. So this fight is either going to be really fun or really annoying because of stuff like that. Gosh, that was like no reaction time for that. Holy cow. Yeah, I can already tell this is going to be annoying. Just because it's going to take forever to like beat each of these guys. So really the best strategy for tackling large groups is just to flip over all their heads and then just take a punch when you can. Why is nobody hitting? Oh my gosh. And then, yeah, oh, I hate the throwable items. I can never tell when they're coming. Like, I'm not good at focusing on the background of a fight because I like to look at what's going on around me. So like when there's a dude like across the map threatening to throw something, I thought that guy was gonna hit me, but he went to go pick something up. But when there's a dude across the map about to throw something, I'm not gonna be looking at him because I'm looking at all the dudes close to me that are about to punch me. When Batman goes to punch the wrong guy, he punches the guy that's like 5 feet away instead of the guy that's right in front of his face. Oof. Oh, that was close. I could feel that, like whiff me. I could hear the air go by. That was terrible. I feel embarrassed. Okay. So now we find out that the penguin actually has Titan. Oh wow, I missed. So we have to beat up his Titan guy. So the Titans function differently in this game than they did in the previous one. This one, the only way you can take them down is if they're the last enemy in a group. They no longer have health bars. You have to save them till very last, but you can beat them up to the point where you can ride them in this one and get them to hit their allies. So you saw there, I can make him charge. You can also have him do an AoE shockwave attack. Otherwise, they just run around charging into you and throwing guys at you. You can't throw a batarang when they charge at you anymore, because if you notice, he puts his hand in front of his face so that you can't hit him and like confuse him with the batarang. So I mean, I think it's interesting how they, oh my gosh, I think it's interesting how they have guys that you have to take down last, like, but sometimes it can just be more annoying, especially if you get him alone like this and there's still one more guy up behind you that you don't notice, then you just end up getting on his back instead of taking him down, and that can be annoying. I like to throw a quick batarang here, because if you don't throw it before, Batman will enter some dialogue, and it just is quicker to throw it before the dialogue. To open the gate, and then now we just have to skip through the dialogue. Fortunately, I found out you can skip through it. I used to never have any idea that you could skip through dialogue, so I used to sit there and listen to all of it. It honestly took me a while before I found out you could skip through the dialogue in these games. I hate when the one you want isn't the default. So when you use the quick remote electric charge, I'm pretty sure the default setting is the same as the trigger, so in this case it makes it go down. But the one I wanted was the one for RB, which makes it go up, so you actually have to take out the tool and use it instead of just being able to quick fire it, which is always annoying. But sometimes I swear that's different. Like, I think it just honestly depends on what you're shooting, because there are a couple times where I swear you shoot things and it performs the LB action instead of the trigger. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. So this area is kind of like the Killer Croc area. I guess they loved it so much where you had to go slow that they brought it back. So even though I just jumped on this ice, it's apparently unstable, so you have to walk slow. Just make sure that little thing on the right doesn't spike. It is possible to fail here and get eaten by a penguin shark that's in the water. Really, I've never failed by just walking around. Yeah, he jumps out right there. I've never failed by just walking around, but I have failed up here when I knocked down this little raft. I have failed by not... What the heck? No, hit the raft. I have failed by walking off of the ice and falling in between the ice and the raft because I didn't pull the raft up to the ice correctly. So as long as you walk off the ice pretty quickly and don't linger in between, you usually don't fall off. So this room is kind of annoying on not New Game Plus, because on New Game Plus you have the line launcher, so you can just line launch across everything. But here you actually have to do it the intended puzzle solving way, which is only bad because you have to, unless you want to backtrack, you have to do it in a specific way. So, for example, it would be logical, since I just freed these cops right here, to go this way, but if I go this way first, I'll actually have to backtrack. So I don't want to go that way. So what I want to do is go back over to the other side of the room so that I can go through that corridor first. And like I said, on NG Plus that wouldn't be a problem because I would just have the line launcher. I'm sorry, my throat is so phlegmy. And so with the line launcher you can just launch across the room, no problem. You don't even actually have to use the raft here. If you just walk over here, you can just grapple on up. And the reason I'm crouching is because you actually move faster than your normal walk speed. Like, you see here I'm crouching, I'm moving way faster than this walk. So these guys have a gate and they'll taunt you, but you can just deactivate the gate. And it's kind of funny to listen to them when they realize that the gate doesn't work. Like,
How'd he do that?
see.
He said he couldn't get through.
Shut up and hit him!
So that's pretty amusing. But ooh. Jeez. I thought he was gonna do like the break the back over the knee thing. No, I'm just kidding. I know he doesn't do that. But they made him interact with the environment a lot more. Like how he slams enemies up against the wall. Sometimes he'll do like a crazy thing where he'll like jump off the wall to punch a guy. He can do a lot of cool things in this one that he wasn't able to do in Arkham Asylum. It's just because they kind of made the animations more fluid. Oh, I guess I can't skip this. It's short though, so like I don't care. Oof. See, I saw him that time. What the? Okay, so I don't know if you caught what happened there, but the thing that the guy threw, I actually countered it, but it hit this guy and blew up, but it still went through the animation as if I had caught it and thrown it back at the guy. So I got hit, so I was caught in that animation, so I got hit by this guy's giant sickle. So that was a little unfortunate. And then sometimes with this guy, he has such a wide swing, he'll actually be able to hit you if you're behind him, which is pretty ridiculous. It doesn't happen most of the time, but it can happen sometimes. So, but now that we've taken care of these guys, that's usually never a pretty difficult fight. We can go ahead and get Mr. Freeze out of here. And so this is why you have to backtrack, because if you come here first, Mr. Freeze will say like, oh, go get my suit, it has a thing to help you out. So what happens is Penguin has Freeze's ice gun, as you can probably see on the screen, and so we can't assault Penguin while he has Freeze's ice gun because he'll just shoot us with it. So we need to go get the override from Freeze's suit that allows to override Freeze's weapons so they can't be used against him. And so if you go there first, he says, hey, you need to go get my suit and get the override. Then you can just go clear out the room. It's just a Predator encounter and get the override and be on your way. But if you go clear out that room first, it won't trigger the cutscene where you get the override. So you have to clear out that room, then go talk to Freeze, then go back to that room, and then you can go confront Penguin. So it's just kind of annoying to have to go back and forth like that. So that's why I always choose to do it the non-backtrack way.
I wonder what would happen if I take this hammer and... Well, what do you know? His whole bloody hand explodes.
Alright, so let's go ahead and head into this room. So up here presents one of the challenges of doing a no upgrades run with Predator encounters, is these thermal vision goggles. So you can't be on a gargoyle while they're using them, or else they'll be able to see you with them. Normally you can get an upgrade that will conceal your heat signature as long as you hold still. However, since we can't get the upgrade, that means they'll always be able to use the glasses on us. So what I like to do here is I like to take down these guys, because that guy will never see you in time to shoot you. And then you can just zip to a gargoyle real quick. And then you've taken out 2 guys already, and then you haven't even been seen yet. So it's a pretty nice way to get 2 easy, quick KOs.
Wake up, man. Come on.
And then you can usually, since they'll all go check out this guy on the bridge will usually stay on the bridge, so you can usually just get him right after.
Up. We need to keep looking around. Show yourself, chicken.
And then let's get these guys.
He's got smoke.
Stay still. I'll be back.
I'm one man down. That's not good, is it? Still, I'm sure the rest of you will do your best not to disappoint me.
Alright, cool.
What's happening in there?
That was probably the quickest I've ever done that room. Since I'm recording, I'm trying to clear the rooms quicker so you guys don't have to sit there while I wait. Because usually I'm pretty patient with the predator encounters, but I don't want them to take too long.
Unfortunately.
So yeah, that cutscene won't play if you haven't talked to Freeze. So now we have this disruptor, which has a chip to override Freeze's gun. So now we can go confront Penguin in the Iceberg Lounge, use it on his gun, and take down Penguin. So let's head on in here, and you'll see now that this room has changed a little bit, which again isn't affected on New Game Plus. Oh, but the ice stays over there. I actually don't think I ever knew that the ice stays over there, because I've never really looked that way. And then here comes the shark, which we then punch the crap out of, because, you know, the best way to get a shark off your butt is to punch it to death. But that actually gets rid of the shark, I'm pretty sure. So if you go back over on that ice, well, I think you do actually have to still move slow, so never mind. I think it beating down the shark, I think if you fall in the water, it just won't kill you anymore. Oh my gosh, why did he run into the frickin' wall? Is it this one? Yes.
Tell you what, Batman.
So now his gun is disabled. So he just kind of sits there until we punch him in the jaw and send him flying.
You're finished, Cobblepot.
No, I'm sorry. Please, don't hurt me.
I can't guarantee.
So it turns out that Penguin stores some interesting characters in his basement. He blew up the floor and we fell down in here to face Solomon Grundy. Which, yeah, he's keeping for some reason. If you shoot him with the remote electrical charge and he's been damaged, it'll actually heal him. Because if you can't tell, his little electricity things are... See, look, if I shoot him, it heals him. But these little things on the floor heal him. And for some reason, when you blow them up, it completely damages him. I don't know why. So... And then the other thing I don't know why is how Penguin can just push this button 50 times and it fixes the things you just blew up. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but whatever. I'm not a electrical or mechanical engineer, so maybe you can make something where you just push the button over and over again and it works. Oh crap. So I always forget about that. So sometimes when he swings it around, he'll swing it higher so that you have to duck under it. Because he doesn't do it that often. At least, geez, did he swing that around 3 times? I don't think I've ever seen him swing that around 3 times before. Okay. He was about to jump on me, but thankfully I caught him before he did. So now you just KO him. So we're gonna finish him off. But big surprise, he hasn't been KO'd. I'm only wearing one of my earbuds right now because it was getting too loud. So sometimes I can't hear Penguin because it goes onto the right audio channel and I'm not wearing that earbud. So now it's time for a quick time event. Just kidding. I actually don't mind these ones where you just have to mash a button. It just makes it more interactive to me. It's not annoying. This boss fight is pretty annoying though. I've never really cared for it. These little nice thingy drops and these little shockwaves are pretty bad. Like, I don't even know, what are these? Like, I just always thought they were mice, but they don't even look like mice. Are they just like bugs? Are they like maggots that are coming off of his zombiness? I don't know. So he basically ends up getting himself stuck. So now he can just rail on his gut and frickin' bust out his rib cage. Yeah, I don't know what the heck.
The bat versus the bird.
Then Penguin decides to pull out a freaking RPG. Which for some reason is harder to see when you have detective mode on. So then you just beat the crap out of a midget. And you're done.
Where is Cobblepot?
Well, look who it is. Mr.
Alright, so there was a ninja in this cage. It just busted out. And then she ran off. She dropped some of her blood. And so we're going to be scanning that and everything so that we can go locate Ra's al Ghul because we need his blood as part of the cure that Mr. Freeze is making. Because his blood bonds with an enzyme that keeps the cure... It bonds with an enzyme in the Lazarus that will keep the cure stable because it deteriorates too quickly. I think that's the story. But we aren't going to do that yet because I'm actually going to end this episode. So I really appreciate you guys watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I hope to see y'all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.